Toni Newman here, and it is time for That's a Great Question. And today's question comes from Alejandro in Mexico City. So Alejandro, thank you for sending your question in. And Alejandro's question is really a great question. Alejandro asks, why don't our innovative ideas get the results that we want? And that is a question that is probably on everybody's mind, Alejandro, particularly since statistics show that most innovative ideas don't work. In fact, the percentages are as high as 80 to 90%. So what's going on? Well, I can offer a couple of possible scenarios about why your innovative ideas didn't get the return on investment that you liked. Scenario number one is that your ideas were really innovative, but nobody knew about them. And scenario number two is, which is unfortunately more often the culprit, is that the ideas really weren't that innovative after all. So let's start with scenario number one. The ideas were really innovative, but they were invisible to your target market. Well, Alejandro, if you followed our work at all, you know that at the Innovation Advantage, we talk about these three circles, these three innovation imperatives to create value, demonstrate value, and deliver value, all in an innovative way. So one of the suggestions I'm going to make is one of the reasons that perhaps your ideas didn't get the results that you wanted was because you were incredibly innovative about the ideas, you were incredibly innovative on how you created value, but perhaps not as innovative in how you demonstrated the value of those new ideas to your target market. So the fix on this one is actually quite easy. Go back, look at the ideas, ask yourself, okay, these were really innovative ideas, but perhaps we weren't as innovative as we could have been about how we demonstrated the value of those ideas. And you could even come up with new ways to launch those ideas, new experiences that your customers could have that would demonstrate the value of those ideas. The second scenario is that your ideas actually weren't that innovative after all. And I certainly don't mean this to be disrespectful, but if there's such a high percentage of ideas that are out there that aren't getting ROI, there has got to be a problem. And that's why we came up with the 5S solution. And again, you may have heard me talk about the 5S solution. And what's really cool about the 5S is it not only allows us to create innovative ideas, but to validate if, in fact, those ideas are innovative. Now, if you go to our website, there's an article called The 5S Solution. In that article is a very solid overview of the 5S's and the things that you need to think about. But for the purpose of today's session, what I'd like to do is just do a really quick run through of the S's and see which one or which ones might have been what we call the hole in your cheese, which is the reason why your idea didn't work. Because the thing with the 5S's is you have to have all of them for your idea to get a return on investment. S number one is surprising. If your idea wasn't unexpected, wasn't what your customers expected you to do or your industry to do, you may have lacked the element of surprise, and that could have been the hole in your cheese. Second S is strategic. If you created this new product or service, but your customers didn't really know what it was you wanted them to think, feel, and do next, well, strategic could have been the hole in your cheese. Perhaps your idea wasn't as seductive to your customers as you thought it might be, which is the third S. And the bottom line is, if your customers don't care, they won't share. So if it's not seductive to them, they won't share their time, their money, or they won't share your great idea with their network. Fourth S is sustainable. Did you really think about how long this innovative idea could sustain itself in the marketplace? And S number 5, was it simple? If your idea was too complicated or required more than your ideal target market was prepared to invest in the idea, then it was too complicated for them, and simple might have been the hole in your cheese. So that's really a quick overview, but any one of those 5 S's could be the reason, Alejandro, that you didn't get the return on investment for your ideas. Remember, you can find the article on our website, and you can also find below this video the link to get your own 5S evaluation. So there you have it, Alejandro. Those are the two most likely scenarios that I can think of, which would be the reason why your ideas did not get the return on investment that you were hoping for. One, that the idea was really innovative, but that you weren't innovative enough in how you demonstrated the value of that idea. So in essence, it remained invisible to the very people that you'd created it for. And scenario number 2 is that maybe your idea just wasn't innovative enough. And the way to verify that is to take that 5S evaluation sheet, go back, do a 20/20 hindsight evaluation on your idea to see which of the S's might not have been up to par. So I hope that's helpful, Alejandro, and for everybody else, thank you for stopping by. I really do enjoy these That's a Great Question segments. And if you enjoy them, please head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. We have new content coming out all the time, and we wouldn't want you to miss a thing. Look forward to seeing you in another episode of That's a Great Question.